Our final group of awards are our senior awards, decided upon by all the members of the athletic department. The first award tonight is the A.W. Pop Haddleton Award. This award is for perseverance, dedication, and loyalty, named in honor of A.W. Pop Haddleton, longtime track coach at Haverford. It recognizes an outstanding contribution to an athletic team by a person who epitomizes the qualities mentioned above and who has not received the recognition that, for example, a regular starting player does. I would ask the winners' coaches to come forward to present these awards.
Congratulations to all the seniors and award winners tonight. It's a real honor to be able to present this award to Zack Cole. All right. In my job, one of my biggest worries, and when you actually break it down, I think probably everybody in here will disagree with this, but we actually spend very little time with you as athletes. All right. And I think when we do spend time, most of it is spent for us, whether it's preparing for a game, it's in practice, it's watching film, it's doing a scouting report, it's something, that has to do with our game. And then, after that, we try to send some messages to the team about, what it's like to work hard or to be a good person, or to, put yourself aside in order to help your teammates. And oftentimes it's like a minute of what we talk about over a 2-hour practice. And so the fear, and my fear, is that those messages oftentimes don't stick. And if you don't have the right group of players, or in our case, guys consistently sending that message, then really it doesn't matter. And talking about culture, somebody mentioned it before, that if you don't have that good culture, the wins and losses don't really follow. And I tell our team all the time that as a coach, we have meetings and we talk about these things very quickly, but you guys live it, and you live it on a daily basis, and you do it in the dining hall, and you do it in the apartments and in the dorms, and you do it in the locker room. And when you have teammates like Zack, it makes it really easy. Guys that get it and understand that it's not only important just to live those messages, but to teach and instruct others about how to be really good teammates and team players. And that extends outside of the field and outside of the GIAC, and it kind of alleviates those fears that I have as a coach. So, Zack, thank you for being one of those people, for bringing those qualities to our team, and for living it on a daily basis. Zack Cole.
There we go. All right, quickly, but not too quickly, I want to thank John and Melissa Evans, who are here, for sharing some information with me about this award and what it means specifically for their family, and by extension, obviously, for Jeremy. But just to put this in some context, about 79 years ago, Bill Evans, Jeremy's grandfather, and Jack Evans, Jeremy's great uncle, were both track athletes here at Haverford, and they ran for Pop Haddleton. Today, 79 years later, I have the great fortune of being able to present Jeremy with an award in the name of Pop Haddleton, who had such a positive influence on his family, on his grandfather, his great uncle. How they described Coach Haddleton was that he was inspiring, supporting, caring, and could bring out the very best in his athletes. And I would use those same words to describe Jeremy today, and just substitute athletes with his teammates and with his coaches, because I think he brought out the best in me every day. I think he brought out the best in his coaches, or in his teammates rather, and I'm so grateful that he was one of my first seniors here, and we're going to miss him for sure. So Jeremy, come on up.
All right. As everyone in this room, I'm sure, is aware, making a commitment to be a student athlete here at Haverford requires a significant amount of one's time. It is all the more impressive when student athletes are able to make this investment and still maintain a high level both in the classroom and all of her other interests across campus. When looking at the characteristics of this award, Annika's qualifications were crystal clear to me. Not only has Annika made a significant contribution to our women's tennis team, but her dedication and work ethic is evident across the entire department. Annika is the type of person that makes my job as a coach easier, consistent in her approach and unwavering in her love and support of the team. While she may not have been a contributing starter in our lineup, Annika epitomizes values of a tremendous teammate. It is very easy to look for justifications to lower one's commitment, even in the slightest of ways if you're not a starter. But it is even more impressive and powerful to find ways to be your leader, regardless of your position. I'm proud to say that Annika fits in the latter of these categories, leading by example both in the classroom, where she balanced the commitment to being a scholar athlete on campus, as well as off the court, where she's a missions tour guide and consistently setting the tone in strength and conditioning. She's always finding ways to push herself to greater limits, and I respect that. It is immediately evident the great deal of respect her peers also hold toward her for all the things she brings on a daily basis. I'm very thankful to have the opportunity to coach Annika her senior year, and I can think of no one more deserving of the A.W. Haddleton Award than her. Congratulations, Annika.
Our next award is the Stephen G. Carey 37 Award. I was fortunate enough to be a student athlete here when Steve Carey was a huge fan. He used to come to all the athletic events. I can guarantee he was the loudest person in the stands. He used to cheer everybody on. He always wanted to help out the referees and the umpires because he never thought they were doing quite a good enough job. And his big thing is if you beat Swarthmore, he'd have you over to his house for filet mignon, ice cream, and homemade hot fudge. He was just a tremendous person, a tremendous presence at Haverford, and it's an honor to be able to give out this award in his name. Formally given for the most outstanding dedication and achievement in women's athletics at Haverford during the year just concluded, the Carey Award is now given to the seniors who have made the greatest overall impact on the Haverford athletic program during their collegiate careers through some combination of not just athletic participation and outstanding achievement, but also leadership, sportsmanship, off-field athletic department involvements, work within the department, or other athletically related contributions. So I'd ask we have 2 winners this year. I would ask their coaches to come forward.
I couldn't be more proud of this year's Carey Award recipient. I feel honored to give this award out to Skyler Ellenberg, a great teammate, player, and representative to our athletic department. I've honestly never quite met anyone like Skyler. She's never been one to shy away from taking on a task, whether too big or small, and complete it with positivity and a lot of energy. What I've admired most about Skyler is how comfortable she is with just being Skyler. She's confident and secure in who she is, which is so admirable. Every year, she has become more and more involved on campus and has never been one to shy away from trying something new, whether attending the NCAA convention or becoming chair of the Centennial Conference Zack. In her final semester at Haverford, she decided to join the Corral just because it was something she always wanted to try. Skyler's been a fixture within our athletic department, always there to give a helping hand. She's served on multiple panels, has been our athletics liaison to the CCPA, has served on committees, has worked the shot clock, and has pretty much done anything any of you can all think of. This past spring, Skyler rose to the occasion during the Joe Schwartz run when the weather forced us to move the barbecue location inside. Skyler and her red pickup truck was there to help save the day and transport all the tables to the GIAC. From the soccer side of things, Skyler has always been a presence both on and off the field. After she attended the Snell Symposium, Skyler decided to put on a presentation for our team on some of the history of the women's soccer program. She interviewed former players, myself, and put a significant amount of time to make sure the right message was passed on to our team. On the field, Skyler could be seen dribbling by opponents, helping our team work our way back into playoffs the last 2 years. Skyler once said to me, "I like to feel needed." And while I laughed when she said it, I want to take this time and thank Skyler for all she has done for our team and for our athletic department. You have indeed been needed. Sky, I think the world of you, and I, along with everyone else, will really miss you. Congratulations.
When Rachel's teammates gave her the most likely to take over for Kim Benson award, they could not have been more accurate. Rachel has a passion for Haverford that goes beyond her 4 years here. She demonstrates compassion and determination in everything she sets her mind to. Although I've only coached Rachel for a year, she had an immediate impact on me. She welcomed me right away and helped in any way she could. She is always setting a great example of what a leader and teammate should emulate. Just the other day, I sent a text to my team because I was unhappy with the way the locker room was cleaned out at the end of the season. No more than 10 minutes later, Rachel was in my doorway with a broom in hand, heading to the locker room. Her team-first mentality is something that will be missed greatly next year. While her schedule is always full and she never says no, nothing she does is done without detail and care. If Rachel isn't planning customs, attending a SAC meeting, interning in student life, or organizing our cake fundraiser, you can find her heading to the training room before practice. This year, Rachel earned the starting goalie position, was named to the all-sportsmanship team, and was also Centennial Defender of the Week earlier this season. I admire the hard work Rachel puts into everything she is involved in. I can truly say Rachel's leaving Haverford better than she found it, and I'm excited to present her with the Cary Award. Congratulations, Rachel. I'm proud of everything you have accomplished.
The next award is the Gregory Cantor Stein 63 Award, formerly the Alumni Varsity Club Award. Greg Cantor Stein was the athletic director prior to me. He did so much for all of the student athletes and the wider community at Haverford College. And I and all of you are fortunate enough to reap the benefits from the foundation that he laid. So it is also an honor to give this award in his name tonight. It's given to the individual or individuals whose combination of outstanding athletic achievement and leadership has been a significant factor in a team's competitive success and whose level of performance has brought distinction not only to the individual and the team, but also the entire athletic program. So I ask the coaches of this persons to come forward.
Congratulations to all of you. This is an awesome day. It's always a fun night to see and celebrate everything that you guys have done. I had the privilege of knowing Greg for almost 10 or 15 years before I came to Haverford 10 years ago. He was a really cool guy. He was a mentor to Wendy and Dave and many people here. And he kind of epitomized everything that's really great about Haverford. So I think looking down tonight, he's going to be really, really happy. The winner of the Kannerstein Award epitomizes all of these things. When I first started, I had lunch with Greg in the coop, and I was the fall before my first season. And I had no idea yet how to recruit to Haverford. And I asked him a lot of questions, and he said, "You just need to find the right people." And I kind of wanted more than that. And I think that the two winners tonight of this award are the right people. And by that I mean they epitomize everything in terms of academic and excellence and athletic excellence. Everything that they've done over the last 4 years as leaders, as human beings, and as students has been remarkable. And I may need to retire after this season when we lose both of them. The winners of the Kannerstein Award are Sam Wetzel and Sierra Burkell. I'm not finished. I just wanted to get started there. So it's very fitting that they will get this award together because one was our high, the other was our low. At times, one was our low, one was our high. They have been 3-year captains, remarkable leaders, and they've accomplished so much. I can't give them this award without giving you some of those numbers, but that's not the most important part, but I will mention it. A few highlights for Sam. She was a 3-time All-Centennial Conference pick. She's a 2-time Centennial Conference Women's Basketball Scholar Athlete of the Year. She was named as one of the Philadelphia Inquirer's All-Academic Team this year, one of 5 student athletes from 28 colleges, Division I, II, and III. She's a first-team COSIDA Academic All-District player. She's an Ambler Award winner. She finishes her career as one of 8 women to score 1,000 points, and she's the all-time career leader in blocks, not only at Haverford, but in the entire Centennial Conference. That's pretty cool. Our other winner is also a post player. And I learned last night that in order to get pumped up for games, that Sam and Sierra would sing the song from, what's the song called? From High School Musical. So not only were they good on the court, but they could also form a duet. Sierra's numbers are equally as impressive. She's a 2-time first-team all-conference player, the first team in Haverford history, women's basketball, to ever achieve that honor. She also was named to the Philadelphia Inquirer All-Academic Team, so we had 5 players, and 2 of them were from Haverford. She's a 1,000-point scorer and one of the top rebounders in program history. She was a member of Zack and another 3-time captain. All of these things are important, but truthfully, the key component of this award is the leadership. And when I talk to you about these 2 women, they are remarkable leaders. As 3-time captains, they established a new level and a new culture on our team. They set a standard of excellence by writing and rewriting our core values and really representing us on the court and off the court in every way that Greg, I think, would have been very proud of. So I love you both as people. I will miss you dearly. Congratulations.
Our last award tonight is the Varsity Cup. This award is presented annually to the outstanding athlete or athletes in the senior class. The criteria used in selecting the Varsity Cup winner are athletic accomplishments, sportsmanship, and leadership throughout their career. I ask their coaches to come forward.
You know, it's amazing how close but how far away Ryan Jim is to here. Ryan Jim is the old or the new VCAM. It's just a short walk away, but it's miles away from where we've come as an athletic program here. Within the last 10 years, we've gotten so competitive, all of our teams, and that's a tribute to you guys, the coaches, and Wendy Smith. I'm here to present Katy Sullivan with the Varsity Cup Award, a very prestigious award. Katy, for the last 4 years, has distinguished herself as a student athlete. She participated in both track and field and cross country for 4 years, taking in 12 seasons. Recognized, and in her 4 years, she carried a rigorous academic program, majoring in biology. She was recognized by outside agencies for her academic work, including the Philadelphia Inquirer Metropolitan Paper and the NCAA Coaches Association. Katy loved the team, and during the championship time of year, would volunteer to run multiple events, putting aside personal gain. Katy had a way of making people around her better. Her strong points are the intangibles. Sportsmanship. She has a real respect for the sport. At the completion of a race, Katy would be the first one to shake her opponent's hand, never to embarrass anyone. Dedication. She trained year-round, devoted to hard work and always looking for ways to attack individual and team goals. Responsibility. The team can always count on Katy to do her best for the team. As a competitor, she has proven to be one of the best in Division III. For 3 seasons, Katy led her cross-country team to the NCAA championships, being named to the Mid-East Region and Centennial Conference All-Star teams multiple times. Between the indoor and outdoor track seasons, Katy was awarded 4 individual championships at the conference level. At the national level, she was named All-American twice, both as a member of the 3rd place distance medley relay team and individually in the 1-mile race. Last evening at the sophomore last chance meet, Katy placed first among all Division III runners, women runners, in the 1,500-meter race. This performance is one of the top 7 in the nation in Division III for women, and will allow Katy to compete at the Nationals in 2 weeks. And the season continues for Katy. Without further ado, Katy.
I'm the men's cross-country and track coach. I do have another voice, but it's sort of a work in progress. It's coming back. When I was an athlete, like sometime deep into the last century, I used to have this thing about never losing a race to someone from New York City or Notre Dame. And the reason being, and I was totally misguided too, I just used to think that people from both those places were really cocky and stuff like that. You know, the fact was they were really good, you know, but I never did lose anyone from there, which is pretty cool, yeah. But I was definitely misguided. You know, some of the greatest kids, both in other sports here and in our sports, track and cross country, have come from New York. And our winner, Henry Woods, is from the city, from New York. And when Henry came here, he wasn't in very good shape, you know, because of an injury he had during the summer. And by the end of his first season in cross country, he was just starting to round into shape. And we had our conference cross country meet right outside here on a horrible, horrible, rainy, cold day. And yeah, Henry was like deep into our JV squad. That's the level he was at as an athlete at that point in his career. And I just remember him and the other kids coming in and just, you know, thinking like, what are these guys going to be like, you know, when they're seniors? And what he has, you know, made himself into is a 2-time All-American, which is, you know, just amazing. You know, and he was like, yeah, maybe 15th or 18th guy on our own team at that point of his career, and now he's one of the very best in the country. And how did he do that? You know, I think a lot of it was like there was a book that came out in the 60s about Peter Snell, who was great New Zealand world record holder and Olympic champion. And it was titled No Bugles, No Drums. And basically, you know, why it was titled that way is, you know, once you got past all the hoopla and all the stuff that you have at the Olympics and World Championships and all the marching and you know, the billions of people watching on TV, like the essence of how you got to that point in the Olympic Stadium, or you know, whatever you know, the highlight of your athletic achievement was, didn't have anything to do with, you know, all the, you know, it wasn't Beethoven's Heroic Symphony, but it was being outside here at 7:15 on a February morning when no one else is watching, or you know, the middle of the summer when no one's watching, you know, running through the hills over in Gladwin. And you know, that was Henry. You know, like he had a vision which, both as a student and as an athlete and as a teammate, you know, meant, you know, just doing it and not, throwing all the excuses aside and, becoming something really great, to really excel. And, we have benefited from it. His teammates have benefited from it to the point where I'm pretty sure next year we're going to have, maybe the best team we've ever had. And so much of that has to do with Henry and our other seniors who, who have gotten the team to that level. So, just want to congratulate Henry on all his achievements, and he's got another great one coming up next week at Nationals. So come on out.
Good luck next week.
Congrats.